welcome back to Leslie's Mystic Den. So for the month of July, I have for you guys another pick a pile reading. Pile number 1 is going to be this Angelite stone. Pile number 2 is going to be this ruby stone. Pile 3 is going to be this jade stone. So just take your time, you can pause the video, take 3 deep mindful breaths, and choose your pile, and I will see you to your reading. Hello, pile number 1. So you guys got the Devil card upright. So this could indicate that you guys are going through a difficult time right now, but I want to say it as a difficult time of maybe you're feeling tethered to something. Old habits, bad habits, they don't necessarily mean the same thing. Old habits, could be bad habits of smoking a lot, drinking a lot, that you don't want to drink too much alcohol. But also, old habits can be waking up in bed and the first thing you do is just looking on your phone, like at TikTok, for like almost an hour until you realize it's like 9 o'clock, or not having breakfast, not having anything to eat after you like already know your day-to-day schedule, so it's like causing yourself harm, and like you already know that you are during the day but you do it anyways. Or also could be instances of not walking enough. Like maybe as a person you barely get 2,000 steps a day, and you need more than that to help you feel a little bit more better, health-wise. And also, what if you just choose not to do it because you just feel like not doing it? So things that are kind of leading you into a circle, same cycle, and you see no change and you don't feel better about yourself, but it's continuously happening. And again, for those who are watching this video for advice in romance, this could indicate an abusive relationship, or a relationship that just does not meet your needs. So before we get into your rating, I do want to burn a little sage, okay, now that we kind of know what we're reading about. And okay, so just take deep mindful breaths, pile number 1. We will get to the root of this. We will get your advice from this. If you feel like your heart chakra needs a little more tuning up, feel free to meditate on my serpentine sphere. This is here to help you reconnect to your heart chakra, and it's placed here with the intentions of healing those who watch this video. So if you feel like you need a little healing, just meditate on this for a little bit. All right, while I shuffle on the cards. So, and this tray is by Piquant Boutique. I will have them linked down below in the description for others who need little trays like that. Okay. I will also have this tarot deck linked in the description box. So let's see, clarity on this, please. Get some clarity. Okay. Okay, what does the devil indicate? Oh, okay. That one fell to the floor. Okay. You guys got 9 of Swords. Okay, you have something that's been on your mind, pile number one. It's not letting you sleep. It is causing a lot of doubt. Your dream space is not being as active as it used to be. I also want to say, you could just be feeling depressed right now. So again, with like what I tied back to the devil card, just habits that aren't healthy for you, but since you are, I heard the word clinically depressed, it does make it more difficult for you to kind of help yourself get out of this dark space. And I also want to say you could also be, oh no, what's the word? Chronically, like chronically ill. So you are on disability. This is what's coming in for those of you who chose pile one. Obviously, it's not going to be for everybody, but for this, there is an individual who's watching this who feels like this is what's keeping them from feeling good. And I just want to say that you can do little things day to day that could help you feel a little better. And I feel like if you do that, little things that can make you happy, which could just be going outside and maybe cutting some fresh flowers, maybe around your neighborhood, pile number one. Find some flowers. I'm feeling very strongly towards roses. Like maybe you used to take walks somewhere and you would see this like beautiful rose bush or flower bush, something, and it would always like call attention to you. Let's see. How about for today, whenever you see this, you try and go out for that walk and you clip a few of those and you keep them by your bedside. That is something that can heal you energetically. Remember, plants are alive. They are sentient beings. If you show them love, they will definitely give you some healing love too. You know, I am also a Reiki practitioner, so I definitely believe in energy work and what that does. You can sit in front of a tree and just meditate on their energy, and it their their energy is so old, so wise, so strong that when you tether yourself to that, pile number one, it really does heal you. You feel more strongly in your roots, like especially if you practice chakra healing or you listen to music that is good music, like for meditation for your chakras. You definitely feel the pull from the trees when you meditate on them, pile number one. Okay, let's dig deeper. All right, so let's see. What is pile number one's advice right now? What is pile number one's advice right now? That one wanted to flip. Okay, since none flew out, I'm just gonna cut it and pull a card. The Lovers. Okay, this is your advice right now, pile number one. So you were being called to connect to those that make you feel, I want to say, make you feel more like you, but also you as in more human. We are all human, and it's normal to not feel perfect all the time. And I also just want to show that it's interesting that your current situation is showing two people walking away, and your advice from spirit is two people connecting. Okay, so this very well could just mean that you are hanging out with toxic people. Okay, remember, devil is, kind of like a little bit of, it's indulgence. Okay, so it is the devil card. It does represent Capricorn, and I'm also, I do have Capricorn, heavy Capricorn placements, so it's overindulgence. It's too much of one thing. So I feel like advice from spirit is just saying connect to your true self, not your animalistic cravings, like hanging out with that friend who just makes you, like, I just want to say, as an example, you already know that maybe smoking a cigarette for yourself is not good because, let's say, you have asthma and you know it's not good for you. But whenever you hang out with this friend, and this friend knows of your health condition and they pressure you to do it, that's not a good friend. Um, and we're all adults. You can all make decisions for yourself. The universe likes to give people free will. So do what you want. The universe wants you to not overindulge in things that are harmful, but they actually want you to indulge in things that are better for you. As this case, we see an angel holding their heart, and here we see Baphomet not holding their heart. They're more of, it's almost as if they are commanding, right? But I do believe that you have fresh new ideas right here by this tree. And then you have the snake here tempting. Um, there's always that temptation. We all have that free will. But I believe you're going to take this advice. Pile number one. And wow, my throat chakra, it's getting really blocked. During this reading, was not like that at all. So, Angelite is definitely a healing stone for the throat. You want to meditate on this stone. While this is out here for you, use this tool to meditate on speaking for your truth, speaking up for yourself, or also just that integrity of speaking things with truth. Oh, wow. Almost fell. Okay. You guys are definitely getting a craving for this. Of saying finally what you need to say so that you can go through these stages of healing. And this could be also the end of a bad breakup, pile number one. And you know what? It's for the better because you're walking into, I want to say, an angel's arms. You're going to be taken care of. If you connect to people who show you the sweetness of life, you're going to feel like it's okay to tread in darkness again because at least you'll be following the stars. And if you follow the stars, you're going to be following your true will, your path that's meant for you. These people are walking into pitch black darkness. It's heavy, it's dark. You can't see when you're in there, and you're tethered with others. And that's what's been plaguing you. Just that complete pitch black darkness. And I feel like there's an angel calling you, pile number one. There is definitely, I want to say, a spirit animal, angels, maybe even someone who's crossed on the other side, whom maybe you've recently lost, pile number one. And they're trying to reach you. they are really trying to reach you, pile number one. I feel it. This angelite stone is the same color as this angel on this card. How freaky deaky is that? Okay. And I also want to say that this angel kind of reminds me of a mountain. And it's almost like, I don't know if pile number one, this song just came to me. I don't know if you guys are fans of it, but it's my intuition. I gotta share it. The Climb by Miley Cyrus. This song came to me right now. It feels like you're on a journey back to yourself, but in that journey that you take over this mountain, you're going to find true peace, your angel. Okay, let's continue with your outcome, pile number one. Oops. Okay. This is your outcome, pile number one. 9 of Wands. I'm really happy that you guys got this as an outcome, because this shows someone who has endurance, strength, courage to continue moving forward. And it looks like your outcome is going to have a lot of new, I want to say, opportunities, or it's like you have the passion, pile number one, to move forward in your ideas. Oops, sorry, had a burp. Okay. It's definitely for somebody. um, this is you, pile number one. You've had to fight hard, and you've had to be extremely tough to harness all this energy that you have behind you and to make it into a 10. All right, you're holding the 9th wand. They all have new growth, new opportunities. You have walked through the desert already. That's your future, pile number one. Okay, this is telling about your healing journey. Remember how I said you'd have to walk through a mountain? Well, when you decide to make that journey towards the mountain, you're gonna have to cross this desert, but this shows that you've already crossed it and you've actually made it to concrete. You've made it to the other side of the road, pile number one. All right. So congratulations. This is a very good outcome card. All right, pile number one. And let's ask a little more advice from the universe, like a little heads up of what to look out for when you're on this journey, okay? All right, so I'm going to be pulling the Zodiac in 21 Oracle 108, and this is going to give us clues. All right. What clues can you give pile number one on their way to healing? Okay. So many cards in this deck. It's pretty hard to shuffle, but it's okay. Whoa, whoa, okay. That's a clue. That's a clue. All right. You got eclipse. All right. That's your clue for your journey. And then now let's ask for some advice. And don't worry, I'll go into it as well just in a second. Okay, and this deck is called the Materia Medica, and I'll have this also linked down below in the description box. Alright. I'm also gonna try and find like the link to where I bought this stone, just because I feel like this stone, it means a lot to me, and I would definitely want to share where I got it from, because the sellers were super nice, knowledgeable about the variety of like just everything that they had. So I'm gonna try and post their store. I got it at my local county fair, so give them some clout. What is your advice, pile number 1? Okay, what is your advice from this reading to take away? What do you need to take away from this? And I'll be reading from the guidebook from this deck because it's fairly new and I have not used it as much. So we're first going to go into this. So angel number 2, that's going to be a sign for you, and also maybe around the time of Aries, maybe if there's an Aries eclipse happening sometime soon. It says union of opposites, conceal, event, mask, upstage, merge, transform, camouflage, hide, overshadow, loss of power, temporary block, support, sudden darkness, reveal. Remember how I said that it's like you're going into pitch black darkness before you go into the light? That's kind of like an eclipse. It's a whole rebirth. It's a brand new beginning of you, pile number 1. So please take that as a sign towards your journey that you are almost there, okay? Your advice card is Damiana, which is sensuality. So I'm opening up the guidebook right now. Okay. Okay, so Damiana, actions: nervine, tonic, antidepressant, parts used: the flower and bark. This plant has been harvested so much that finding it in the wild is near impossible, even in southern Baja, its native land. It's often classified as an aphrodisiac, but its power lies more in relaxing the nervous system while also offering gentle stimulation. This balancing of opposite actions is what we call tonifying. The tone of the system is restored so that the person can more easily transition from one state to another without much turbulence. It's no surprise why Damiana is thought of as an aphrodisiac, though. The fluffy, airy leaves and lovely yellow bloom emit a smell so pleasant that softens the heart and makes the world seem a bit brighter. It imparts a sense of well-being, the sun parting the clouds. Who wouldn't want to get close when things are looking up? What is truly happening here is that the nervous system is coming into a state of ease, which naturally increases desire in some folks. When we're stressed to the point of fatigue and depression, Damiana uplifts its sunny little petals, an indicator of its warm nature. Nevertheless, Damiana is a reminder of our erotic selves. Remember that the erotic is not inherently sexual, but implies a sensuality and presence to the fullness of being. It's the richness of experiencing life and all it has to offer, the ecstatic dance of the soul. When we are stressed and worn down, we can be cut off from this essential part of our being. Damiana reminds us that there is a life force in there, clawing to come out. The erotic is waiting. You only need to step into the room. All right, this is your advice from the universe, pile number 1. The first step to you reaching here, I think, is just getting back in touch with your body and connecting back to what makes you feel good. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I have my website linked down below in the description box if you guys want to book a reading. And I just wish you the absolute best, pile number 1. You've got this. You have what it takes in you. And I wish you the best. Bye. Hello and welcome, pile number 2. So you got the Judgment card. You very well may experience a test. So I'm also feeling like maybe you're also expecting a culmination of something. Could be legal work as well. Maybe like paying off a ticket is something that I just heard. Or maybe you finally just graduated and you're feeling like still that sense of excitement. Let's just clear your energy space. Take 3 deep mindful breaths and just try to relax. So just breathe and relax. Alright, let's pull clarification cards. Oh, my bad, pile number 2. Alright, so definitely feeling an angel being called for you, pile number 2, okay? Here. Maybe you recently had someone pass away, pile number 2. You're kind of wondering, like, when are they gonna contact me? Or I'm also getting, just got, when are they gonna get theirs? That's what I'm feeling. So yes, you were expecting justice, okay? You got the Queen of Wands in reverse, so I'll leave it as is, okay? Pile number 2, you got Queen of Wands in reverse. And I definitely feel like you want or you're expecting somebody to kind of like, you know, I'm hearing get in trouble. So you want someone to get in trouble, Queen of Wands. And you do have Queen of Wands energy, although right now it's upside down. So I want to feel like it's maybe not in the best energy space. So this could mean that you're using your queen energy for trivial things that just don't, you know, over the grand scheme of things of what you're doing is not exactly what's like what is being called for you. So Queen of Wands, I just feel like Queen of Wands, so you have the energy space of you're very intuitive, you're very energetic. I'm also hearing you know where to set your plans, you know how to use that intuitive spark to manifest your desires, is what I want to say. Right now, it's probably not being used for the betterment of all, is what I'm hearing. I understand that someone is seeking justice and that there is someone on your spiritual realm that is also kind of working in a certain way so that you get this thing that you're asking for. But I also just heard at what cost. So that's something to think about as well. Pile number 2, okay? We all want things to be brought to justice, but is it justice if it's being manipulated into being a certain way? And then you can also ask yourselves, what is justice to you, right? Like if justice for you is when someone who did something bad gets caught, then good. But others' perceptions and definitions of justice is completely different. Um, at least that's what I'm getting. Anything I say on here is literally me, just the first thing that comes to my mind. It's my intuition, so I just say it. Alright? Clarity for the Queen of Wands. Give some clarity. Eight of Swords, okay? So I pulled another card to clarify this card, Queen of Wands, because I wanted to see exactly your energy space. You're feeling tied down. You're feeling tied to things that were said, but also it's a lot of mind space energy. So it's not like any, I want to say it's not that it was something that happened in the physical realm. So now I'm feeling like it could have been something that happened in the mental state. So maybe you thought you thought of something that has you tethered now, pile number 2, and it is keeping you in a space of not doing anything. You're not seeing, you're not running, but it's like you're just having these ruminating thoughts, okay? What is the advice for pile number 2? Interesting. You got the devil as your advice card, pile number 2, all right? And then after I'm done clarifying, we'll go into the outcome. So, pile number 2, you got the devil as your advice from spirit. I believe spirit, you know, the devil card does insinuate too much of something is not good, you know. You don't want to overindulge in bad things. So that's your advice from spirit. Pile number 2, you may be indulging in, wow, okay, okay, you want me to say it like that? Okay, into the sweetness of darkness. So you could be playing with a different type of energy, pile number 2, that even I'm not aware of. Yeah, this is interesting. My spirit guides are telling me like you know, pile number 2, I'm gonna be honest, when I pulled this card, my intuition was completely blank. So I feel as if you do have maybe some, what are they called? Oh man, what are they called? Anyways, a spell that makes it so that others are unable to read you or see your future. Like I feel like you have some form of cloak over you, like, and then that's like a cloak over the truth. Okay, pile number 2. Yeah, so I think the universe just wants you to stop being so paranoid when it comes down to it. That's like the word I got in my head. You're being too paranoid, and that's what's leaving you to be in this like toxic energy space, you know? You're a queen. You make things grow out of nothing. You bring that balance, right? You've crossed the desert. You've done that journey. You even have a powerful spirit animal that you connect to deeply, and even they see things for you, okay? Pile number 2. But those with power can also become paranoid because of that power, pile number 2. So I think you're just reading in too much of something, pile number 2. Maybe you're watching too many tarot videos. Maybe you're drinking too much, and when you drink too much, maybe that causes something else in it, a chemical imbalance in your mind that makes you go into a dark space, into a paranoid space. Like a situation just popped up in my head. Maybe you get too drunk and start to think that your partner's cheating on you, and you get to be you become someone who is not you, is what I'm saying, pile number 2. And advice from Spirit is, you know, be aware of this. Be aware of the overindulgence that you're doing to yourself. It's just to be aware. We all have free will. We all have a choice. And I think it's also interesting that you do still have an angel, you know, in your energy. I literally mentioned to you that I feel that there's an angel calling towards you, trying to reach you, someone who's maybe passed away. I think they're the ones trying to gain clarity for you, pile number 2. I don't feel that you're trying to gain any clarity at all because of this 8 of Swords. You know, I keep hearing paranoid, paranoid, paranoid. You don't know where to turn, you don't know who to look for, you don't know who to trust. And I think it's because of you're overindulging into something that isn't good for you. And but also, as a side note, I do want to say that people with intuition do tend to be a little bit more paranoid than most, because they just can read and take in so much from others, especially if you're hanging out with a lot of people, pile number 2. That can usually do it. And I only speak that from experience, you know? Like, it's just, you're able to feel the energy. And, you know, a fleeting thought is a fleeting thought. Someone is going to think of something and it's going to be so trivial, but you'll stick on it. I also just got another thought in my head. If you guys are Twilight fans, maybe this is a better explanation of it. Edward, he could read everybody's mind. He tried not to, because he realized that humans only thought of like stupid little things, right? Back to this reading though. So Edward was always like tethered to Bella because he could never read his mind, right? I mean, yeah, he could never read her mind. So and that's what made him like, you know, super into her. And I feel like that's maybe the trap that you're falling into, pile number 2. Like, it's just that unknown, that X factor that is causing a little bit of confusion into your space. Alright, let me go into the outcome of your reading. Pile number 2. Okay. Okay. The outcome of pile number 2. Oops. Okay, this one fell off too. And wow, perfect way to end this reading. Literally, strength. My. Okay, so pile number 2. The universe is telling you that it's gonna take your own like strength, your own courage, your own capability to bring you out of this, okay? And it's within you. All right, pile number 2. You don't have to stay in this space no longer. You know, you are strong enough to look at your mistakes, because that takes a lot, okay? It takes a lot to say that you were wrong, because that's your ego, right? And so it's indicative that the way this card is looking towards this area, it's like you have to see the ugly before you can like literally just rip yourself out of that space. All right, that's definitely what I'm feeling for you, pile number 2. So, and your spirit animal, like, come on now, look, in a negative space it's just a black cat, but in your full power you have that line next to you, pile number 2. All right, so let's pull some clues for your reading. All right. So this is the outcome. However long that's going to take is up to you, pile number 2. Okay, so let's see some clues that can help you for this journey. Some clues. Right. Let's see. Shuffle one more time. Alright, pile number 2. What is a clue for you? What is a clue for you at that time? Person of Earth. All right. The provider and caregiver. All right. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I pulled from the Zodiac in 21 Oracle deck. I will have these linked down below in the description box. And now I'm gonna go into Materia Medica, another deck, and this is gonna give you advice, okay? This is your advice. And I'm going to be reading from the guidebook because I'm still new to this tarot deck, okay? And I want to give it to you correctly. Advice for pile number 2, please. You got Tulsi, okay? So, person of Earth, the provider and caregiver, grounded, secure, stubborn, nurturing, classy, stable, prosperous, materialistic, possessive, dependable, manager, business owner, banking, CEO. Could be, you could have these 3 signs in your chart: Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, okay? Or those could be ruling your space right now. This is a clue as to when you'll meet this stage right here, and it could very well just mean that you're going to meet someone that I think is going to make you feel less paranoid, less troubled is what I'm hearing. You're gonna feel safer. Yeah, like more grounded, secure. You're no longer going to be like possessive, and paranoid about things, okay? I think it's all about you to bring yourself out of that space, but totally makes sense. This energy with Queen of Wands, I mean, Virgo is like such an earth, like Mother Earth, caring, they love to think of others. Taurus as well, strong, firm, and Capricorn, obviously, we got the devil came out, so a little overindulgent, but very, very smart and independent. So let's go into Tulsi. So let's see. Okay, you got Tulsi. Adaptogen, antibacterial, antidepressant, antioxidant, antiviral, carminative, diuretic, expectorant, immunomodulator, and tonic. This plant is native to India, has been used in Ayurvedic medicine for more than 7,000 years. As an adaptogen, it helps to improve energy and promote endurance in a gentle and sustainable way. It can help normalize glucose levels, soothe digestive troubles, and calm the nervous system. Its many virtues have earned it the name holy basil. This plant is truly sacred. Tulsi is about ritual and mindfulness. This is how we find magic in the mundane. It may feel easy to become absorbed in the dramas of everyday life and forget our larger purpose, but when we conduct our lives with attention and intention, we hold hands with the divine. When this card shows up, consider your everyday rituals. Are they aligned with your greater purpose? Do you rush through the day going through the motions, or are you careful with each word and deed? What can you do to bring this mindfulness into your life? Pile number 2. Alright, so I also want to mention you guys did choose Ruby. And Ruby to me is a very grounding, strong, passionate stone. So I feel like you're very fiery. Pile number 2. So you could have fire placements in here, snuggled into here, but I hope that this reading gave you the clarity that you needed. Pile number 2. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you seek more clarity, I have my website linked down below in the description box, along with my other social media accounts. But I wish you the best. Remember that you are capable of doing the right thing for yourself, but also for others, all right? So I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So I'm going to pull a little bit of sage so that we can just cleanse your reading for a little bit. All right. And I did bring my serpentine sphere. If you want to meditate on this, I gave it the intention to heal those who are watching and seek healing for their heart chakra stone. And I'll also try and have the seller's website down below in the description box. I got it at my local county fair, so gotta help small businesses, right? Okay. And just take 3 deep mindful breaths. So just take 3 deep mindful breaths, pile number 3, and just meditate on what you are seeking clarity on and what you look forward to learning about yourself and about your space, okay? So I'll leave that there. So your guys' card was the Empress. This signifies like a completion of so much that you've learned about yourself, about your journey. You have even gone back to your old self. I want to say even past life regeneration. So you know the ins and outs of your mind, and you've known it also from the past. Whoa, I think okay. And so you've seen yourself in the past, you've seen yourself in the future, and this is you in your present. You are cozy, you are comfortable, you are literally the divine feminine, okay? You live where no one lives. This is how I'm feeling it, all right? You see yourself as a queen, and you treat yourself as one, all right? So what is your current situation? Pile number 3. Okay. All right. So your current situation, let's see. Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. So this indicates to me that you maybe had someone come towards you, pile number 3. It was a night, and I feel like in this situation, I don't think it's the fact that you weren't ready. I think it's the fact that they weren't ready. Okay? Like, you know, they they were coming for you, and they seemed like all like cowboyish. The horse was strong. They're going through the desert. They're rushing through, but maybe they tripped and they did not meet your standards, pile number 3. This is like the first thing that's coming towards me, and I'm getting a sense that this energy was, I'm getting the words quick-witted. Like, it's not something that you were hoping to manifest, is what I'm also getting. Let's see, what's advice? Okay, so far it's leaning towards a love reading. But, let me see, I'm waiting for my guides to give me a little more. I'm also feeling like a sense of rush, like there is an idea that maybe was rushed through and it did not perform the way you wanted it to, pile number 3. I'm hearing burlesque. That is someone, that's for sure for someone very specific. You got death. Oh wow, death in reverse as well. My. So this is your current advice, which is like, it's an ending. It's an ending of, wow. It's an ending of what was. I feel like you're cleaning house, pile number 3. This could very well mean that, like, in this idea, yeah, cleaning house, falling through, you are literally starting over, but you're an empress, so that doesn't scare you. You are more than willing to start over, try a new idea, or just like start over in the dating realm, right? Like, you're not afraid, you are cunning, you are also decisive, and you know what you want already. So you're not going to be letting anything that isn't fully capable, like, meet its maturity, right? So you're not going to give someone that you met, like, more of yourself just because maybe the 2 dates didn't go bad. You're forgiving for doing that, like for maybe giving this idea, this relationship, this situation another chance. But your advice from the universe is like, it's more reassuring. It doesn't feel like a slap. It's more like, yeah, you kind of knew this was going to happen, so we're going to close this out. So there's a death happening in your situation, and that could also maybe just feel hard on yourself as well. And again, we're human. That's totally normal to feel a little hard on yourself after you've like kind of wanted this idea to, continue forward. But you're an empress, and you know that a knight isn't gonna make it. So you're dealing with death right now, pile number 3, and you're okay with it. You're okay with starting like brand new. So let's go into the outcome. Yeah, I feel like also this reading just feels so like straight to the point because of your energy. Like, you're just like, yeah, I already know that, like, it's this and that, but I know what to do. Like, it's almost as if this reading could just be for those who just want reassurance. Like, Yes, this is my confirmation. Like, this is what I was already thinking. Like, something like that, okay? This doesn't seem so heavy compared to the others. Although this could, it's still hurtful. Like, what if you wanted this relationship to continue, right? But you chose not to because you have set higher boundaries for yourself and you know what you want now, okay? Don't settle, people. Don't settle. Okay. So what is the outcome for this reading? Perfect. Just flew out. Four of Pentacles. Okay. You are recalibrating, pile number 3. You are taking account all that you have. And maybe you're kind of at this point, you're going to be like, okay, since I'm starting from scratch, I need to look at how I am financially and or also about your material things. So you could just be also taking stock of everything that you have, kind of sitting on your throne, as you should. You're an empress, okay? But yeah, this is your outcome. So I feel like after this all plays out, you're gonna feel like you're gonna be holding your money a little more closer, and that's fine. Like um, you you are capable of knowing already like how much is too much. So you're just gonna be a little bit more wise in your spending habits, pile number 3, and let's go into your clues. I'm going to be pulling Zodiac in 21 Oracle. I'm going to have these linked down below in the description box, okay? So this is going to provide clues as to what you will need to be like. Like these will show you clues when you're towards this, okay? So when you see whatever you see in these cards, just remember about it. And the situation will come to you again. Like, oh yeah, that's when I saw it on this tarot video. And I actually am taking hold of my finances right now. So I am on the right track. I did let go what needed to be let go. So that's what you want. Pile number 3. Alright, what's pile number 3's clue? Okay, for the 4 of Pentacles. For their outcome. Book burning. Yes. Fire. You're gonna be burning shit. Oops, pardon my language. Censure. Let me pull this closer. Censorship, silencing, control, discord, canceled, persecute, suffocate, destroyed heritage, limiting freedom, constraint, rewrite history, mind games, changing the narrative. Libra, the number 5 is a signal of massive, massive change. All right, pile number 3. So it does make sense that the death card came out. Death also means like a transformative change in your life. So yeah, you are like a phoenix rising from the ashes, pile number 3, because fire is going to engulf you in a good way. Like it's going to help you kind of like start over. Okay, so maybe also be wary of fire. I just feel like saying that. I live like in California where we get a lot of fires, so I take fires very seriously. And this is your advice. Okay, and I'll be reading from the guidebook for this deck, Materia Medica, to give you the correct information because I'm new to this deck, but I've been really liking it as like an advice oracle card. Okay, what's the advice? Ooh, okay. Taking this one. Oh my god. Oh my god, I literally said California. California Poppy is your card, pile number 3. You could live in California if you see this. Oh my. And then the wording. Death, severance. Okay, guys. Okay. Okay. So much confirmation here. I just needed to put that all together. Ooh. Beautiful. Let me read from the guidebook. Sorry, guys. Okay. California poppy. Sedative, antispasmodic, anodyne. Parts used, the whole plant. Like many nervine sedative plant remedies, California poppy's character is calming and settling, stronger than passion flower, but not quite as strong as valerian or kava. California poppy has more affinity for pain killing and numbing, making. Bye! California poppy has more affinity for pain killing and numbing, making it great for tension, headaches, cramps, and especially chronic pain. It helps to think of California poppy as being the ripcord. Whoa, what did I. Anyways, as being the ripcord when you're tumbling through the air at lightning speed. Its sedative properties will ease the mind and lull you into a deep sleep. At the same time, its affinity for the GABA receptors ensures that it doesn't lead to further emotional depression like hops can. Looking to the tarot, the lessons from California poppy correspond to the death card. Often seen as a fearsome omen, death looms as the people around them beg for mercy. Death comes to everything. What lies beyond is a sunrise. Just on the horizon of a dark, shadowy landscape, the only way to get to the sunrise is to face death and in turn be reborn. Considering this plant's strength as a sedative and painkiller, we might look to it as a symbol of cutting off, starting over, what needs to die in order to be rebuilt. What might lie just beyond the horizon if space can be made to welcome in it. To welcome it in. That's what I should say. All right. Wow. Just wow. And also you got the jade stone. I'm just gonna say that as well. Pile number 3, which is luck. Okay, so you have luck on your side. You have I also want to say financially you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. You know what's weird? I did not mention this until I wanted to finish reading the guidebook. It smells like campfire smoke. Like smoke. And what's funny is that I just got back from camping, but we washed all of our things, so maybe you will be going camping soon, or you're gonna burn something in the campfire, or you're gonna be burning something. So